Hey my loved ones, welcome back to my channel. So today we got another cooking 101 recipe. So here are some of the ingredients that we are using today. We got 1.5 chicken breasts boiled, 3 cans of white beans, 2 cans of green chilies, some minced garlic, some chicken bouillon, olive oil, ground black pepper, cayenne pepper, ground cumin, garlic powder, oregano, chili powder, and red pepper flakes. For veggies, we got chopped green bell pepper, diced white onions, and yes, we are doing it the easy way, no chopping. And we also have some cilantro and green onions on a plate right there. That is the only thing that I cut up for this recipe. And I shredded the chicken. So I used 1.5 chicken breasts and I boiled it and then I shredded it. So I might use more cans of beans than this, but I want more beans than chicken, so I might not even use all of the chicken. So if you want to see how your girl did this recipe, then please continue to watch. Okay, so first we're going to start off with a little bit of oil in the pan. You can use whatever oil you want to use. I got this from the Dollar Tree. It's olive oil and canola oil mix. And you just want a little bit of oil to saute the green bell pepper and the onion. So right now I have the diced onions that I'm going to put in the pan. It has a little water in it, so the oil might jump, as you can see. But if you can, then try to go ahead and avoid the water out of the onions. At least put them in a napkin or paper towel and squeeze the water out. So yeah, we're going to go ahead and saute these two red vegetables together. Make sure they're translucent. Make sure they are al dente. And then we're going to go ahead and add some more ingredients. Okay, so now we're going to add the minced garlic. This is almost empty, so I'm just going to use whatever's left in the bottle. You do not measure ingredients, you guys. I am so sorry, but I just be cooking by eye. So yes, we're going to go ahead and put the garlic in. Make sure you stir that up. Make sure you do not burn the garlic, because it will give the chili a nasty, bitter, garlicky taste, and you do not want that. So I'm just incorporating all 3 ingredients together, and then we're going to go ahead and add some water. Going to go ahead and let that cook for a little bit so it won't taste so raw, the garlic. And yeah, okay, so right now we're just going to add the water. So I'm going to fill the pot up halfway. I do not take measurements or at all, so we're going to fill the pot up halfway because we're still going to use the liquid that's inside of the beans to make it thick. So that is what we're going to use as a thickener, is the liquid that's inside of the can of beans. So like you see right here, I think I used 2 of those big cups and a half. And now we're going to add the chicken bouillon, and this is how you make your chicken stock. You can use thick chicken stock if you want to. It'll be easier, but I already had this at home and I wasn't about to pay some extra dollars for some chicken stock when I had this at home. So I use 1.5 tablespoons, heaping tablespoons. And you have to be careful with this bouillon because it will make your food salty if you put too much. So yeah, we're just going to stir this up and let it come to a boil, and then we're going to add the other ingredients. So now for the best part. As you see, it is boiling, the onions, the bell pepper, the garlic, and that wonderful chicken stock. So now we're going to add some of the chicken. Like I said, I want more beans than chicken, so I'll probably use the majority of the chicken and leave some on the side. I might use the rest of the chicken for a salad or something. So yeah, that's what I have left, and that is the chicken inside of the broth. So now I'm going to go ahead and add the seasonings. This is the best part. So I'm going to go ahead and start off with some chili powder, and I'm going to use just a little bit because, you know, this is white chicken chili. You don't want it to be red. So you do want to give it that chili flavor though. Okay, some red pepper flakes. This is for a little heat. All this is optional if you want to use it or not. But if you could use just regular seasoned salt, garlic, salt, and powder, and call it a day. So I'm using oregano leaves. This is to give it a little earthy flavor. I don't use too much of oregano because this is not spaghetti. It is chili. So yes, I use oregano to give it a little earthy flavor. So then I'm going to go ahead and add the garlic powder, not garlic salt, because we already got that chicken bouillon in there that contains a lot of salt. So I'm going to go ahead and use powder. I'm not even going to use seasoned salt or garlic salt for this recipe. So yeah, we got the garlic powder. And now we're going to go ahead and put in some black pepper. You know, you cannot forget the black pepper. If I had some white pepper, I probably would have used that, but I didn't have it. So I usually get all my little ingredients or my little spices from the Dollar Tree. Ground cumin. This is to give it a tad flavor, a little earthy flavor as well. Cumin is optional. I like to use cumin in my beans, especially my chicken chili. I don't use cumin in my ground beef chili, but I do use it in my chicken chili. So I put a little bit of that in there, and it gives it a distinct taste. It's really good though. So yeah, like I was saying, we're going to go ahead and add a cayenne pepper for a little bit of spice. We already got the red pepper flakes. We got the cayenne pepper, and we still have to add the green chilies. So it's up to you if you want to use all these different spices or not. Everything is optional. You can make this recipe to your liking. And so I'm just going to go ahead and stir that and let the chicken get hot before I start adding anything else. Okay, so now we're going to add the fresh veggies. We're going to go ahead and add the green onion. Just the green onion, not the cilantro. Because if you put a lot of cilantro, I put a little bit of cilantro, but not a lot, because the cilantro will overpower the beans, and you do not want that. You do not want a cilantro chili. You want some chicken chili. So we're going to go ahead and let this heat up, and then we're going to go ahead and add the rest of the ingredients. Okay, so now we're going to go ahead. This is what it's looking like so far. Tasty, tasty, tasty. You see all the ingredients. You see all of the ingredients. The chicken, the green peppers, the cilantro. So now we're going to add some more ingredients. So now we're going to use these green chilies. This is the Stater Brothers brand. And this is the mild. I'm going to use 1 can of mild and 1 can of hot, because Sunday still has to eat the food. I do like it hot, but it's not going to be too hot to where she can't eat it with this 1 can of hot. So that's why I mixed it. So I like to use the hot in my chilies. Oh, sorry, the camera's not in focus, but you can still see. Okay, so now we're going to go ahead and add the beans. And with the beans, you want to add the liquid as well, because this is what's going to thicken up the chili and not make it so watery. So I poured all the beans inside of the pots. Okay, so this is how it's looking with the chicken and the beans and all the wonderful vegetables. So now all we need to do is let it simmer and let it get real thick, real thick. And if it's not thick enough for you, you could always add a slurry and with cornstarch and put it in there. I just use the juice of the beans. I added a little bit of cilantro towards the end, because you do not want the cilantro boiling through the whole recipe, because like I said, it would overpower the chili. So yeah, that's basically it. That's basically the end. I'm going to show you how it looks after I'm done, and yeah. Okay, so this is what it's looking like, y'all. Don't that look so good? And look how thick it is getting. But I'm not going to let it cook too much longer after this, probably like 5 more minutes, because I do not want my beans to be falling apart. I love more beans than chicken, you know, old school. Okay, so yeah, that is the recipe, y'all. I hope you guys like it. I hope you guys try it. Don't forget to please rate, comment, and subscribe, and I'll talk to you guys real soon. And yes, I made Sunday bowl, and this is what it looks like. As you can see everything inside of this chicken chili. It is just so delicious. And I also made cornbread. I got a recipe for cornbread on my channel, and yes, I use Jiffy. So that is it, you guys. Thank you guys for tuning in. Bye.